Hi everyone, welcome to the layout recap of the Year with My Gnomies series. I had a lot of fun with this. I know I complained in some of the videos, but in the end I actually really enjoyed this series. So forgive me if I have them set down the wrong way. I'm pretty sure this is how I was meant for them to go, but I guess I could pull out this because I still have this. Yeah, I'll just set this right there so I can see, because most of them was the left side, the one that I went off of. Anyways, whatever, right? I have added photos to all of them. It took me a little bit of time. I got a little frustrated at a couple points and had to put them away. Finally said whatever. But a lot of them I really like. Some of them, I don't know, about half of them are from 2022, but I don't think anybody really cares what year they're from, so I'm not going to worry about that. This one is January. As you can see, it says January. One thing I do kind of wish is that I would have left the January off. I love the January there, but that's when I had to go back. These are from 2017. I really had to find some January. I noticed we get a lot of snow in February for some reason, or December, but not so much in January. Isn't that kind of weird? But anyways, and a lot of them I'd find some and it would be like February 1st or 2nd. And I know it probably really doesn't matter, but to me, it would have bugged me. So anyways, these are photos of my daughter playing with this tree. It was covered in, we hardly ever get snow like this, so this was a lot of fun to get a lot of pictures. I have plenty more snow pictures from this day, but this was her. She actually got underneath the tree and shook it and had the snow just completely fall on her. It was pretty fun, but I love the colors. I had a lot of fun with this layout. I did add the little snowflakes. I think I mentioned everything in the video that I added, but I'm not 100% sure, so I do apologize if I repeat myself. There is a process video for all of these layouts. It's the Year with My Gnomies series. I believe I made a playlist for it in case you are either new to the channel or just like to watch the recaps and not the process videos. So that is January, and I also have all of my journaling done. I decided to go ahead and do all of my journaling, and these layouts are definitely ready to go in to a page protector because they are tired of being, a lot of them have bent corners. They're tired of being jostled around. So this is from 2022, this year, Valentine's Day. Just pictures. I woke up to pot of coffee and some flowers. The other thing I did struggle a little bit with, I will admit, was the sizes of the photos, but it was actually fun to play with. Like this one I probably would have normally made larger, but it was directed, I think the photo went this way and not this way, so I did trim off, you know, some of the flowers in the coffee pot. Otherwise it probably would have been my focal photo, but obviously I wanted the focal photo to be us and not just the coffee pot, right? So so I did have to play with the sizes, but it kind of like focusing in this picture and cutting off some of the edges really focuses you on the coffee and the flowers, whereas before you might have had, you know, stuff in the background. So I actually had a lot of fun with most of the layouts doing that and learning about sizing the photos and things like that. And so that's one thing I've been doing lately, is playing around with sizes of photos. I used to print only 5x7, just a few 5x7s and a lot of 4x6s. But since, you know, this last year, I'm kind of playing with the 3x4s and even smaller photos. So yeah, that's actually been kind of neat. And I don't know, anyways. I added my journaling here. I don't know where I had originally planned on adding my journaling, probably here, but I put it here and it really popped off that black, and I felt like it kind of went with these rows of word stickers. So yeah, that's that one. Sorry if this video is too chatty. I happen to be chatty, in a chatty mood, so I guess you get what you get, right? This one is one of the ones that their sample one is actually on the right hand side. Trying to line it up for you, make sure it's in the camera. I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm a little out of you know, sync with everything. But anyways, so their sample that I went off of is my right hand page on this one. No big deal, just something that's different. And I think pretty much everything is explained in the video, so you can watch the video. If you guys have any questions about these layouts, please let me know. But I added my journaling. These photos were from 2021, and yeah, those were pretty perfect for, that layout was pretty perfect for those photos. That was March. This is April. Let's see. I don't remember. Yep, it goes this way. So their sample photo, or their sample layout is on the left hand side again, and then I just kind of mimicked it on the right hand side. A lot of the ones on the left hand side have stuff more on the top, and then on the left or on the right has it on the bottom, but as long as it's kind of diagonal to each other, whichever way you do it works out pretty well. So I do feel like this seems a little bit empty, almost like it could have another picture here or something. Like this one has polka dots, but I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. And I might have mentioned in the last video that I didn't keep the scraps. I wish I would have, but whatever, nothing I can do about it now, right? So anyways, I love these pictures, worked out well. This is from 2022, so this was a lot of fun. This is one of my favorites. I just love the colors. Okay, this is May. This one, if I can get it over here, it's all kind of taped up in the back. Look at that, from when I had to cut it down. If you will remember in the video, I started out with this being pink, a full dark pink background, and I didn't like it, and I love it on the white. In fact, I had a lot of you comment that you liked the white a lot better too. This one was a Mother's Day layout, obviously for May. I did just add a bunch of photos that I had of me. Is this just me and Kaylin? This is just me and my daughter. So yeah, that's this layout here. And I will say cutting the pink down so it was still usable was a real pain in my rear end, but it worked out. So yeah, hopefully, let me know if you guys struggle. If you are following along and copying any of the layouts, let me know if any of it is a struggle for you. Hopefully not with the, you know, the sizes that I added on there. But yeah, anyways, this one is another one where their sample is on the right hand side. So it does kind of go back and forth. This is June. And I had trouble finding photos. This one's kind of blurry-ish because I made it bigger. But this is a 5x5 photo, so just so you know, to make a 5x5 photo, all you have to do is take a 5x7 and cut it down. So I just printed this at 5x7 and cut it to a 5x5. So, and just tiny bit smaller. In all of the layouts, I did make them a little smaller so that the white photo mat that I added does show around. I just like that. It just gives it a little something. So yeah, I love this page as well. I actually really like most of them. I think there's a couple that aren't my super favorites, but you know, that's fine with me. And then I do think this one goes this way. This was from 22 this year as well, 4th of July. So again, these all have process videos, and yeah, and that just played this one. I don't think I changed anything. If I changed something, let me know that I don't remember. This was August, so I think it goes, no, this way. I think it goes this way. Just photos of my son, just trying to get that lined up for you. Photos of my son playing in the sand. This was one where I struggled to find summer photos. I've got a lot of summer photos, but again, they weren't in August. I did think about, oh look, I kind of ruined that, pulling it up, but I did contemplate just taking this August off, but then I knew it would be empty here, and again, I didn't have anything. I didn't want to pull out, I could have pulled something from my stash, but I just didn't want to. So I found some beach photos that were in the month of August. And, you know, there's other things here, like he's riding a scooter and, you know, the lemonade, but it's still, it's summer, and that's what matters. So I think this is the way I meant for it to go. I hope so, because that's the order I put the photos in. Did I mean for it to go this way? I don't think so. I don't know. could go either way. I'm going to put it in here like this because that's the way order. He was making cakes in the sand, and so it's kind of got a little process that he went through. It was quite funny and entertaining. So I think that's it for this layout. Now this one I am putting in 2 separate albums. So they will be 2 separate, they are for me 2 separate layouts. This is the only month that happened to. I just couldn't get it to work with the backgrounds, and it's just what I want to do. So, and I'm fine with that because it says back to school twice, and I don't know. I decided to go with 2 separate layouts. And this one, 2 photos here, first day of school, and 2 photos here, first day of school. So it really worked out. And yeah, did a little bit of journaling, and I think that's about it. Kind of more on the simple side of those layouts, but I like them. Then October, that was September, by the way. This is October. Our kids go back to school in September most of the time. There was one year they didn't, just so you know. I know a lot of people go in August, so if that seems weird for September, but I love this one too. I decided to go ahead at my son's college. They have these little robots that will deliver food to them that they invented there, and it was pretty cool. One day I got a picture he had sent me. They call this Pumpkin Bot, and if you find him, you can share a picture on social media and possibly, you know, win a prize. But he's just, I love these little robots. They are so cute. They're just all over the place, and they got little lights, and they stop. They notice when you go to walk, they're like, they can detect you, so they'll stop and try to go around you and all this stuff. And they're a lot of fun. I'm sure I will do a layout just about the robots, but I decided a couple things I liked about it. First of all, this was October that the Pumpkin Bot went around the campus. I liked the best costume ever because I feel like it's one of the robots in a costume, and it was so cute. It does say 31 here, but I don't really mind that it says 31, even though these aren't Halloween day photos. I didn't really have any photos because these are from 2022 that would work for this layout, and I thought this was really cute and it went well, and this is the photos that I had of it. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with this one. Again, any questions, just let me know. And this faux stitching really adds a lot to some of these layouts, so you could add it to any of the layouts that you wanted. This one here, I did alter one of the photo mats just a little bit, and I didn't really mess with the photo mat at all. Get it centered for you. I had this photo and I tried to do it in a 4x4, but I would have had to cut off some of the photo, and I had journaling. So I decided to go ahead and do this as a 3x4, and I cut it slightly smaller than 3x4. It is, in fact, I'll measure it for you. It's about it's a little over 2.5 by just, you know, slightly smaller than 4 inches. And then this one is about slightly smaller than 1.25. So you could probably go a little wider with this. But these are from this year. I liked my daughter made her first ever from scratch apple pie. She did try the dough. It didn't work out, but she did attempt the, you know, pump pie. Pie dough can be kind of frustrating, I've heard, so I've never attempted it myself. So the crust is, she did eventually use store-bought crust, but either way it was still her first apple pie, so that was really neat. And I liked all the kind of the pie, he's holding a pie, there's a pie there, and there's a pie there, so I really kind of liked that. And I didn't have a ton of photos. I didn't really take a lot of photos. I just kind of wasn't in the mood for it, but normally I would have probably made the family one the focal photo, but it again wouldn't go into a 4x4. It would have cropped off, you know, too much of everybody. So I ended up just doing a 3x4, and that worked out well, pretty well, and I like how these photos ended up. I think it tells the story. I just kind of did, you know, not like lines of journaling, but kind of bullet point journaling, and then that told my story. I did print it up because I knew I'd be able to add more in there. So yeah, that worked, and I think that's about it. If you have any more questions about this layout. So again, this just shows though that you can make these photo mats work for whatever photos you have. Even if this 3x4 were to go in the 4x4 spot, you could do the journaling along the top. So, you know, you could do it this direction as well. So if you're having trouble making the photos that you have work for the sizes that you used, if you are putting the photo mats on and doing it the way that I did it, where you add the photo mats before you know, even knew what photos and what year you were going to put on there, you can still make them work. So, you know, if you have any more questions, I do use an app. Let me look for that. It's called Pick Stitch. It's not my favorite. It's the easiest one I found to use. It's not 100%. There's a couple things I do and don't like about it. You can't make the photos really smaller, which I wish, is the only thing I don't like about it. So if you put 2 3x4s on top of each other, you can't take it and make it smaller and have a large border. You can have a large border around all of them, but you can't do it with just one. Just letting you know. But I know there's other apps that will do that. However, just letting you know that that's kind of a problem I've run into with mine. But if I can, I will try to do a video, because I have had people ask me about it in the past. I just haven't really had the chance. Anyways, so this is November, and finally, last but not least, we are on to December. Now this one, I mentioned I put pictures on it from the 24th and the 25th. I really wish I still had that 24 sticker, but whatever. It says December 24th and 25th here, and I'm not even going to mark which photos are which. It's just my daughter was there Christmas Day, which would be the 25th, so those are the ones we got pictures with her, and she wasn't there on the 24th, I believe. So that's why she's not in all of the pictures. But this one was funny, and I have to point out this photo. My little Frosty guy, he's a big, I did a layout about him not long ago. Hello again, Frosty, or something like that. And he just happens to be photobombing us in this picture, and I absolutely love it. That was not planned at all. In fact, I know these pictures are fairly similar to each other, but I couldn't leave out Frosty. I feel like that's totally perfect right there. Anyways, all right. This concludes the Year with My Gnomies series. I'm going to go now and look at what I have and see if I have anything that will work for next year and get started on that, because I know a couple people had mentioned they don't care what I use as long as they can buy the product. You know, they want to be able to buy the same thing, so I want to make sure it's available, which I think, you know, it just depends on what it is that I get. Anyways, if you have any more questions, any questions at all about the series, again, there's a playlist for it, I believe. And I have had a lot of fun doing this. It was different, something different. So I know I'm rambling on at this point, but I'm pretty good at that. So I'm pretty sure you guys are used to that. All right, let me know below. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this series. I hope to have you guys join me for whatever series. I do have a couple of series. I'm trying to figure out my channel for next year, so I have a few things in mind. So I will let you know. I'm going to try to do like a beginning of January video, but we'll see. All right, other than that, have a super duper holidays. Happy New Year. I don't know when this video will go up, but yeah, I will see you guys then. All right, bye.